The workshop was great. It was extremely helpful to have Sarah and Daniel put research into a form that the everyday teacher could go and actually use to understand how we develop research questions, how to ask the big questions, how to do more than just questionnaires, which many of us think is research, and what the purpose of it is. And as Sarah kept saying, research is fun.
We've just done the PCS with Sarah Mercer and Daniel Shadi about doing research and how to do research as a practitioner. And I think it was really an eye-opener about that research is not just academic research or secondary like book research, but you can really do research for your own purposes and you shouldn't be afraid of. And in all my years of BESIG, this was one of the best pre-conference seminars I've ever been to.
Well, yeah, I was wonderfully surprised. It was a great workshop approach to the way they actually delivered previous workshops, and I liked it. It was very nice.
And you mentioned the thing about being the first workshop. The thing that you mentioned.
This was the first workshop that I've ever come to at one of the BESIG conferences, or even IATEFL conferences, where they actually took this approach. Where, teachers want to come and share. Teachers want to come and be interactive. And I think they should, this collaborative approach that they took and working in Little Island was fantastic.
I thought that was excellent stuff. Very good laying of foundation, so all the groundwork was there, and it was very interesting to hear other people's opinions about what was being discussed, what was being talked about. So that was great.
I also think it was an excellent session. I liked the fact that the issue of research was analyzed from various angles, from different perspectives, and that it all leads, this session is supposed to lead to something much, much more practical, something that each and every one of us can do in their own classrooms, in their own teaching practice.
Thank you. This talk was very interesting, very structured, and it set everybody thinking about what research is, because we have our fixed ideas of what it is, and we also discussed that. But it's much broader than we thought. It can be conducted in an informal way, and we do it all the time actually without knowing it. So that's my first impression.
Okay, so I just want to give a little bit of feedback about the talk by Helen today. I found it really, really interesting, as I'm also into multicultural communication, and I think it's good to have the awareness that Helen was talking about, knowing when we have to think about how we communicate with other people, not only what we say, when we say, and how we say. And I found it really, really interesting.
Hi, I'm Mercedes Folinia, and I've just seen Helen Spencer's simulcast from Buenos Aires, Argentina, in my home. A great example of how cultural awareness is crucial in business English, and how trainers' focus needs to be on cultural issues. Well, go on enjoying the Business English Conference in Malta. We are here in Buenos Aires following you. Thank you very much.
So this morning I attended a plenary with Helen, and it was very interesting to listen to her and to especially, understand how often we make assumptions when she said, deliver a course. We've all heard that phrase, that terminology, and everybody's got a different understanding of that. So how important is it that we double check, that we double click on what is really meant by a commonly used term? So that really resonated with me.
The other thing that we discussed very much is our own teaching quality, but not so much how can we improve it, but how can we tell the clients that we are worth the money we're spending. So self-marketing, self-quality assurance. How do I measure my own quality of teaching? How do I prove to the client that I'm worth the money that they're paying for us?
Providing that opportunity of networking in the real world, in that physical world. And so I think that, BESIG annual event is essential because we meet people, we network with people that we trust network with people that we see eye to eye with. We network with people that come with ideas that maybe we've thought about but we haven't confirmed, or maybe that we contrast with, and that helps us with reflection and deciding what direction we're moving.
It feels like when you enter a library and you look at all the books and you are kind of very overpowered by all the knowledge, everything there is to know, and all the things that remain to be learned. So knowing the people here, the quality of the conference, the quality of the conversation, of the workshops, it's exactly the same feeling. It's like walking in a living encyclopedia, and there's so much to learn, and there's so many opportunities to grow. So thank you very much. It was a wonderful experience, and I will come again.